Hi and welcome to another episode, and what I've got here is a Sony Psp 1000. Now I've jumped from a 1000 to a 3000 to a 2000, then onto a Vita, then got rid of the Vita, and after so many years I've jumped back to the 1000. And you're probably asking why, and it comes down to I wanted a project. Now, as you know, I've been doing the Commodore 128 recently, still waiting on some parts for that. They should be arriving any time now, really. So yeah, that'll be the next one. But anyway, back to this. This was obviously bought second hand. You can see that there's a few scratches. Sorry for the glare that's on the screen, but there's like a really long hairline scratch all the way up there, and then there's like little dings and dots and everything all over the screen. Well, not actually the screen itself, but the cover that's on there. So that's fixable by replacing the body. The joystick bit is missing in the realms of the little cap that sits on top. What can we show? The connector bit is snapped. You can see it's just a bit of plastic. It should be all nice and yellow all the way around there. What else we've got on the back? Got a PSP. There's a few scuffs here, but actually to say this is the back, it's doing pretty well. Across the top's missing, which is a little bit annoying because, as people with PSPs will know, that's the little switch for popping the UMD, but that's missing. But again, it's possible to replace the whole edging. Anything else on here? No, I suppose not. Apart from, I have actually modded it already, which is easy enough to do. There's plenty of guides out there. Let me mess around and turn the brightness down of the outside world. Let's turn the brightness down on here as well. How do we do that again? I've forgotten. There we go. Keep pressing that. You can just about see really. System information. You can probably just about see. I've put on 6.60 Pro C and Infinity, and obviously that hides my MAC address and everything like that, which is nice. I haven't put 6.61 Pro C on, or any 6.61, because there's really no point unless you know how to speak Japanese or read Japanese, because I think there's like one game it got updated for, which is completely in Japanese, or at least it was when it was released. I'm sure that by now there might be some kind of English translation or whatever translations, but it's of no use to me because I'm not really into RPGs, and especially JRPGs. Just nothing against them in the realms of people playing them, it's just not my sort of thing. The battery does charge nicely. It's running out of power quite quickly now because it's been a while since I've actually charged this up, but it does charge up. So what am I going to do with it? So let's not lucky, let's turn it off, slide that up there. So, first things first, charging cable. Oh, actually let's turn the lights back on again. Yay. Nice little charging cable for the USB. I do already have a Psp Charger hanging around because I've bounced through so many and everything. I've had different ones over the years. Now, there's the data and there's the charging cable, and on the Psp 1000 it wasn't possible to charge it by using the data port at the top, but there is a mod for that, so I'll probably end up doing that. I've got the charging port replacement, so that'll look nice and new there. Because you've probably noticed when I'm turning it on and off, there is no LED shining up here. It might be because they've been knocked out of direction or completely knocked off. I've bought a bit to fit on the right hand side. Hopefully this is the 1000 version of it, because maybe the 2000, 3000 version is different. I have no idea. I don't know things inside out, but that's what I've purchased. Then I've also got the outer edge and the memory card port, and what's the other port on the other side? What have we got? We've got the back. Oh, that's it. the little cappy bit to hold on the back door. That's what it is. In there. Now I maybe bought that by accident because I didn't realise that the whole body would come with one. So they send a couple of nice little screwdrivers. So here's all the buttons that we'll need. Oh, and stickers and screws and everything else. Let's knock these out a bit. So yeah, we've got the buttons, which are you'll see better for when you see the new body, but it's basically like charcoal translucent something or other. So we've got some stickers to replace the original ones where the battery compartment is, and all those wonderful warnings of don't be silly, don't open it up. Bumper buttons and the other little bits and pieces, including the joystick cap. Let's have a look at the actual body. And this is the bit, I'm not going to peel this protection bit at the beginning at this stage because obviously I want to install it, but you can see it's a bit more of a, can you see actually because of the shadow? There you go, you can see, so you can just about see my finger through it. So it is translucent, but it's charcoal translucent. It's not completely translucent like American prison stuff. Now as you can see, it has got the edging as well, so maybe buying the edging was a bit of a waste of time, but who knows, maybe one fits better than the other. What else have we got? Oh yes, the one thing I want to do as well is replace the screen itself, so that the screen should be better as an upgrade, which is an easy enough one to do. Supposedly it's playing around with ribbon cables because they're slightly different, and doing a solder joint. So there's that, and I can't stand polystyrene. And then when that's actually done and dusted, I've also got a bigger and better battery to sit at the back. I've had one of these before and they're very, very good. The only problem is that where the cable plugs in, because it sits at the back of the PSP, it's fine for when it's closed. So yeah, can't remember now. Is it? It's one or the other. We'll find out when I open it all up, when I'm actually installing all this, but basically the cable's not quite long enough in a mode that you probably want to use it. So I think it can't charge when it's open and you're using it. I think that's the problem, because the cable flips around to being the wrong side. Unless this is an updated version, who knows? I haven't opened it yet. Brand new, still in its annoying packaging, which you have to get a pair of scissors for. You know those great ones where they actually put a pair of scissors inside that kind of packaging. I mean, how are you supposed to get the scissors out? Anyways, it came with Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Essentials, which does work. Doesn't clip quite in place properly, the clip's being broken, but it works. And me being me, and for those that really do follow the channel, you'll know why had to be bought. Never actually played it on the PSP. And so that's all the wonderful PSP stuff for right now. I am going to be using this as a project later on, and I know I've got lots of projects I need to be getting on with. Well, basically I've reached the point now of where I probably won't be buying any more projects anytime soon, because I really need to get through the huge backlog I've managed to give myself. And yes, I know the people that follow this channel are probably screaming at me going, yes, we know. Yeah, well, it's true. I've got far too much. Let me move all this out of the way, because there's a few little bits I want to point out that I've also got for other projects. And ta-da! A bit obvious what it is. It's an external PCM CIA or McDonald adapter, and here we go. It comes very well packed, because this actually came inside another box, so it was very well protected, and I'm very thankful that they do make stuff. It's quite a bit of money, For what it will protect though, I think it'd be worthwhile. For those that don't know, this is for the side of my 1200 for the PCM-CIA to protect it. So basically I plug that in, and then the PCM-CIA will actually fit in the back here. I believe it's this way around. There we go. So as much as that will stick out the back, it means that I'm not plugging and unplugging all the time to the side of this, because actually it will rest on the table at the same level as where the port goes in. And I know it'd look better the fact that I get my 1200 out and show you, but I haven't got the room because everything else here at the moment, and with PSP and everything. So anyway, I'm really glad that I bought this. It seems to be one of the last few that they seem to have on eBay. So if you haven't got one, I highly recommend you get one if this is the sort of thing that you do very often, of popping a PCM CIA converter to CF to SD. It's all in there, isn't it? But it'll come in handy. Well, this comes in handy an awful lot, but this will come in handy to stop me from destroying the port, because obviously I don't want to destroy my 1200, and for the sake of, what was it, nearly 40 quid or something like that, 40 pounds, I think it's worthwhile. I mean, let's not forget that's to the door as well, so, and postage is a bit steep at the moment, but yes, get yourself one if you haven't got one. And then the other thing is, I'm sure I've talked about having a USB blaster before in, well, I don't know how many episodes back, but as you can see, I bought another one because I don't know why. Let me rustle on past that. The version that I had before, which I still need to use, I wanted to try to make a episode the other, what was it, last week? Oh no, actually the start of this week, and it didn't work. This was supposed to turn up the next day, didn't, so yay. But I know there's quite a few people that say that these are fine, but the one that I have, is it Altera or something? It says in the top left. They're supposed to work, but this one I just couldn't get to work. We can pop it open if I can. Have I got a screwdriver I can use to? Oh, there we go. Popped it. At least the one that looks like that, I can't get to work in Windows 10. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I've tried to install drivers here, there and everywhere, older versions, newer versions, signed, unsigned. It just will not work. It'll light up, but it will not work. And I've even got to the point of, like, I plug it in and it will make my computer blue screen. So not a clue what's wrong with it, but I need a USB blaster. Now I've got this one. Obviously I haven't done the project I want to do with it yet, but it is recognized by Windows 10 with a bit of messing around, which is great because that's more than this one, so hopefully it'll work. Now this is known as a USB blaster version 2, not to be confused with a USB blaster 2 or is he 1.1, you know. I don't know what the differences are, not a clue. Can we get into this one as well? And that's what that one looks like. So it's a bit bulkier. I have no idea if the parts, well, what the parts are. I don't know enough about electronics apart from, you know, USB port, power regulator and a couple of LEDs, but what the actual chips do, not a Scooby-Doo. But all I'm interested in is, can I actually zap what I need to zap? Because I need to zap a cartridge I have for the MSX. I need to zap, or not need to, but I need to be able to zap my Amiga Vampire for my 1200 if that ever messes up so badly. And I think there's another project which I can't really remember what it was now, but yeah, something else. Now, okay, so that's all the bits and pieces that I've purchased in the past month. The thing for creating the Commodore 128 to have better graphics, that's supposed to be arriving this week. The SD to IEC, or whatever it's called, that is supposed to be arriving this week as well, being assured it will do. So the next episode will probably do with the C128. So hang around for that if you're interested. So that'll be, go off and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you haven't done so already. If you have, great, get other people to do it too. And if you want to come and have a chat, great, have a look in the description down below, and there's the Discord bits. And if you want to be a patron of the channel, that's even, oh, what can I say behind that? That's very nice for you to do. That's in the description as well. So until I see you next time, as always, happy gaming.